In this video, let's recap an episode of Kim Possible called Bad Boy, which is from Season 3. This episode is interesting because it shows a different darker side of Ron, who is usually the funny and loyal sidekick. The episode starts off with Kim and Ron on one of their typical missions, trying to stop the evil plans of Dr. Draken, like they do all the time. While they're doing this, Ron keeps complaining to Kim about something else that's bothering him. He has to go to his cousin's wedding soon, and he's really not looking forward to it because his 7-year-old cousin annoys him a lot. Ron says he can't stand his cousin and wishes he didn't have to deal with him. He also tells Kim that whenever he tells his parents about this, they don't take his complaints seriously, which just adds to his frustration. A little later, while watching an episode of a show called Agony County, which features a bad boy character, Ron starts to think that maybe if he acted like a bad boy, girls would like him more. He even thinks Kim might like that kind of personality. She admits that sometimes she does find bad boys attractive, but Ron himself isn't really a bad boy at all. Despite that, he decides to try it out to see if it will make him more appealing to some girl. Unfortunately, this plan doesn't go very well. Ron ends up making a fool of himself and nobody at school takes him seriously when he tries to act tough. Later in the episode, Kim and Ron have to go to a Supervillain trade show convention, where they have to go undercover to blend in with all the bad guys who are attending, including Dr. Draken and his sidekick Shigo. Of course, Kim ends up fighting Shigo like usual. While this is happening, Dr. Draken tries out a new device called the Attitudinator, which is supposed to make anyone who uses it more evil. But then, Ron accidentally bumps into Dr. Draken and breaks the device. This causes a strange switch. All of Draken's evil gets transferred into Ron, making Ron the bad guy now. At the same time, Draken loses all his evil and suddenly starts acting good. After Dr. Draken goes back to his lair, his behavior starts to change in a really weird way, not like his usual self at all. Instead of coming up with new evil plans or causing trouble like he normally does, he suddenly becomes soft and starts inventing things that aren't harmful or evil. For example, he creates a machine to make chocolate milk, or as he calls it, Cocoa Moo, which really annoys Shigo every time he says it.
My Cocoa Moo! Have some Cocoa Moo. It's soothing.
Stop saying Cocoa Moo!
That's good Cocoa Moo.
At first, she's super irritated by this strange behavior, but eventually, she figures out what's really going on. On the flip side, Ron, now acting as the villain, becomes extremely ruthless and mean. He even goes so far as to threaten his own 7-year-old cousin who constantly annoys him. When Dr. Draken realizes what's happened, he and Shigo go after Ron to try to fix the mess and reverse the switch. Interestingly, Shigo finds Ron's new evil personality way scarier and more dangerous than Dr. Draken's usual villainous self. Because of this, she decides to abandon him and instead sides with Ron. This is the moment where Kim and Dr. Draken have to work together to fix all this mess, which is kind of weird for Kim since he is her arch nemesis. Back in Dr. Draken's lair, Ron really shows just how good he can be at being a villain, so good, in fact, that even Shigo, who's usually tough and confident, is surprised by how clever and well-planned his schemes and inventions are. At one point, Ron actually calls Shigo just a hired help, which really pisses her off. She immediately lashes out at him with her green energy powers, trying to attack him. But Ron is totally ready and prepared for her. His quick thinking makes Shigo's attack useless. Ron is so twisted and intense as a villain that he actually makes Shigo a little unsure and kind of scared of him. This is when Kim and Dr. Draken have to join forces. They come up with a plan, and it works perfectly. They manage to stop Ron's evil scheme. Ron's plan is both evil and kind of funny at the same time. He created a mega weather generator to force the entire world to hand over all its Knocko's supply to him. After they stop Ron, he turns back into his normal self, and Dr. Draken goes back to being his usual evil self. Things return to normal, but Kim makes sure to destroy the mega weather generator so Draken can't use it for any more trouble. By the end of the episode, Ron and Kim attend his cousin's wedding, and surprisingly, his cousin, who usually annoys him a lot, behaves well. But there's an explanation for this. Ron used the Attitudinator on him, which is why he wasn't tormenting him anymore. And that's pretty much the recap of the episode.